Hello everyone, welcome aboard. So again we have brought you the new session of Daily Current Affairs Capsule, and this session has been brought to you by Himalaya IAS classes. If you want to join IAS 2021 batch or KAS examination batch in English or Kannada medium, you can visit us at www.himalayaiasclasses.com, or you can reach out to us on this given number. So before starting the session, the significance of current affairs for civil services exam. In the prelims, you have straightforward questions coming from the current affairs topics. In the mains, you have direct as well as indirect questions from these topics. Essay, it is very important where you have to write multiple dimensions of any topic. Plus, most of the interview questions are related to the contemporary issues. So in this session, we are going to cover which articles you will come to know has to be read for this exam, which part of the syllabus these articles belong to, and what are the exam important facts from these articles. So first article of today talks about the NGT National Green Tribunal's warning about the waste on the banks of Yamuna. So syllabus wise, it is part of EVS, environmental science. Every year you have almost 20 to 30 questions from the environmental science, plus EVS is part of GS paper 3. In this paper you have usually 2 to 3 questions coming from environmental science. So the NGT National Green Tribunal has observed that adequate steps have not been taken for the solid waste management on the banks of river Yamuna. Okay, so it has gave a warning that it might impose environmental compensation on Uttar Pradesh government. Okay, so recommendations made by the committee had to be include bioremediation. So all of us know that bioremediation is use of microorganisms to treat the pollutants. Okay, it's a very important concept. NGT was established as a tribunal for speedy disposal of issues related to forest clearances, environment, okay, under National Green Tribunal Act 2010. So it works on the principle of natural justice, and all the appeals of NGT lies to the Supreme Court. So please do remember that NGT, bioremediation, both are very important for prelims as well as for mains. Next article of today, it talks about the urban migration. Okay, so the major cause why it has happened. So prelims, it is related to issues related to social and economic development. Mains, issues related to urbanization are part of general studies paper 1. Okay, so basically the basic argument of this article is that the migration which has occurred in India after the lockdown from urban to the rural areas, it is not just about losing the employment opportunity, but this type of migration occurs when there is an imminent threat to the life. At that time, people in India, be it from any religion or section of the society, their home bondage is pretty much strong. They think like, okay, if they have to live their last days, so better to live it near the family. So they are not seeking material help from their own family when they return, because their family itself is living in the poor conditions or below the poverty line. That's why these people have migrated. So basically they try to move so that if something bad has to happen, then that thing can be taken care by the family. Another reason what this article points out is that the Industrial Dispute Act, which says that if any worker has been employed, be it in the informal sector, for 248 days, okay, that is close to 8 months, then the severance wages or some sort of social security benefits has to be given to that employee. So because of which all the employers in India in the informal sector, they do not employ any person exceeding the period of 248 days. So rather than being a protector, this act, Industrial Dispute Act itself, is creating this problem where people hire workers and fire them again within 248 days and then hire somebody new, so that they don't have to give any wages in this type of such lockdown situations. The argument is supported by the evidence of demonetization, that due to demonetization, a lot of people lost their job, but they didn't move to their native places, or they didn't went for reverse migration. because there at that time there was no threat to life. In this situation, there was threat to life, and that's why people have migrated towards their villages. So directly there will not be any questions. This is just another theory which you can add if you have to analyze the causes of migration during the lockdown, reverse migration. Okay. Next article today talks about the nuclear vulnerabilities. So syllabus wise part of international relations, and international relations is part of general studies paper 2 in the mains examination. So all the nuclear weapon states have admitted to the possibility that deterrence could fail. See, what is deterrence? It's a very important concept. That assume if one of the neighboring countries of India, like China, has the nuclear weapon, then India also have to have the nuclear weapons capability. Why? Because when both the nations have, then they know that if one attack the another will also use the nuclear weapons. And having this unsaid agreement, none of them are going to use the nuclear weapons. So deterrence is basically if all the parties are having nuclear weapons, then none of them are going to use it. Okay, but this could fail. There are many reasons to it, and first, to give a glimpse, it says that over 1,25,000 nuclear weapons have been built since the beginning of the atomic age, and over 2,000 of them has been used in nuclear test. So there are still, more than 1 lakh nuclear weapons across the world, and there is no realistic way to protect ourselves against the nuclear weapons. Now we have ballistic missiles. See, ballistic missile is something which can have a nuclear weapon, and then you can launch the ballistic missile from any place, and then it can go ahead and fire itself anywhere across in the world. So as of now, we have many anti-missile defense systems like S-400 or THAAD of United States, but we don't know for sure whether they will be able to protect it or not. Not just the nuclear states, even non-nuclear states, they faces the threat. The problem of deterrence has been supported by an example of Cuban Missile Crisis, which occurred in 1960s between USA and Russia. It was a time of Cold War, and the world came to the brink of a nuclear war. And at that time also, it was not the deterrence basically, but it was the situation, the handling of that situation, which was finally able to resolve that tensed atmosphere or situation. So the basic argument is that this deterrence, which the whole world believes in, and as of now, that's the way which even our country believes in, is not a final solution, and we might need to move towards the complete disarmament. Next article today talks about the books, not the bullets in Jammu and Kashmir. So how the education sector can be improved in J&K. Syllabus wise, it is part of issues related to education. Mains wise, issues related to education are part of general studies paper 2. So this article has been written by the HRD minister, now which has been renamed to Education Ministry under National Education Policy of 2020. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, he has said that Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed more than 3 decades of proxy war, which is being indirectly fought by Pakistan, and violence. The most adversely affected among all the sections of the society have been the children and youth of the region. Okay, so what are the steps that have been taken? A central university has been granted in Ladakh. Right to Education Act 2009, which was earlier not extended to the state, has been extended to J&K. Curriculum reforms, teachers training, infrastructure development, upgradation and integration of education technology. Another steps are centers for learning for Gujjar and Bakarwal communities. They are found in Ladakh region, Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Okay, owing to their unique migrant lifestyle that is known as transhumans. Please remember that, and check and let me know in the comment section what is transhumans. Further, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas, this is a hostel schools for girl education students, okay, along with the hostel for girls are being made functional. 50 new government degree colleges in J&K has been sanctioned. 19 new modern schools on the pattern of Kendriya Vidyalayas and central schools are being developed. Okay, upgradation of smart IT enabled classrooms to deliver e-content will bridge the gap in the post COVID-19 scenario. A Jammu Kashmir education investment policy to bringing more money into this sector has been framed and finalized. See, Data points are not more important, but the schemes are important, that you can take it out if you have to write an answer asking that what steps have been taken for the development of education after the removal of Article 370 in JNK. That's where you can use these points. Next article today talks about how to pay for the stimulus. So a few days back, the former Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, has written an article in the Hindu talking about the revival of the economy, and it is just a response to that, that what are the ways in which the stimulus package, means if government brings a package to revive the economy from this crisis, then it has to finance that package. It has to get money to infuse money into the economy, and from where that money will come from. That's the basic question of this article. So prelims wise, it is part of economics, and economics is part of general studies paper 3. So greater public spending for revival of the economy. That's the basic thing which Dr. Manmohan Singh argued, and even this article supports. Now, greater spending will need increase in the financing. That money has to be brought in if government wants to spend more. Now, usual ways to increase the taxation, but during the recession, you don't do that. Why? Because already economy is in crisis. Now, on top of it, if you increase the taxation, people will stop spending and start saving more, which will be, um, adversely affecting the economy. So there are two ways to doing it. One is money financing, one is debt financing. So money financing is issuing debt to the public and borrowing from Reserve Bank of India. That is termed as money financing. Okay, so please do remember this term, money financing, as it increases the money supply. Whereas what is debt financing? Debt financing is borrowing from World Bank. You are taking debt from World Bank or IMF. Okay, so not only have the monies to be repaid. So what this article is trying to say, that we have to be conscious. We cannot just directly go towards this debt financing, because taking loan has its own advantage and disadvantage. Disadvantages like money has to be repaid, and that to be in the hard currency, means you have to pay back in dollars. So you will buy dollars from foreign exchange, and that will deteriorate the position of your own country. Okay. Plus, this comes with the conditions. The loans basically from IMF or World Bank, it comes with certain conditions that can, strain your decision making power. You have to live by the conditions which will be imposed by the outside agencies. So better way would be to go towards the money financing, but their disadvantages, that has inflationary effect. Next article today talks about the EIA, environmental impact assessment, and central government has been restrained from publishing the final notification by the High Court. So prelims wise, part of EVS, environmental impact assessment, it is mentioned in the mains syllabus as well. It is a direct topic, and mains it is part of general studies paper 3. So Karnataka High Court has restrained the Union Ministry of Environment from publishing the final notification based on the draft notification. Why? They have just published it in Hindi and English, and they must publish it in the regional languages as well. Okay, in the local languages, including in Kannada, which could not be done so for owing to the constraints of COVID-19 pandemic. Also, this is being criticized continuously by various sections of the society, because it will give up speedy clearances for, let us say, drug park, for certain manufacturing activities, because we need to revive the economy. But compromising the environment in such a condition will not be very good in long term. Next article today talks about China's statement, where it has said that India's move on Article 370 is illegal and invalid. So we all know that situation, the relationship between India and China are not very good at this point of time. Syllabus-wise, part of international relations in the prelims, and general studies paper 2 in the mains. So just to know that China is saying, or sort of supporting Pakistan, that is illegal and invalid, and India's stand is that it should not comment on the internal affairs of other countries in response to Beijing's describing the dilution of Article 370 on 1 year anniversary of the move. Okay, so this is our internal matter, and they should not be saying such things. Okay. Next article today talks about a new R&D policy to bolster the drug discovery, or to boost the drug discovery in India. Syllabus-wise, part of science in the prelims, and science is part of general studies paper 3 in the main. So new R&D policy to boost the drug discovery and the manufacturing of medical devices in the country. What type of incentive are being already given? So production linked incentives are being given, where if the companies are increasing the production of drugs in India, they will be provide incentives, maybe in the form of subsidy or tax rebate. And government also proposes to set up 3 major manufacturing parks, including one in Hyderabad, to help drive the import substitution of basic raw materials, active pharmaceutical ingredients. See, API is the basic raw material for drug making, and we are very much dependent on China for the supply of API, and we have to remove this dependency and have to become self-sufficient in the creation of active pharmaceutical ingredients. For example, all of you know that if you have fever, you will go for Crocin. So any drug which you will take for fever or reducing the body temperature, it will be having paracetamol as a basic active pharmaceutical ingredient. Okay, so that API is used actually for drug making. So that is the basic raw material which has to be made, manufactured in India in order to remove the dependency of India from Chinese import in this drug industry. Okay, also making up of medical devices. The current approval process are archaic, very old, and there is a dire need to strengthen the institutions and recognize the scientist's role in the new discoveries. Okay. So this is all to give a boost to the pharmaceutical industry. Then the last article today talks about the Pokali rice seedlings that are being grown in the Sundarbans. They are basically from Kerala. Syllabus wise part of the EVS, and EVS is part of General Studies paper 3 in the mains. So just remember that Pokali rice is salt water resistant variety. It may help farmers tide over salt water incursions which is there in the coastal regions like Sundarbans area, and it has happened intensified because of Ampan cyclone which came a few months back. The Pokali variety is known for its saltwater resistance and flourishes in the rice paddies of coastal Alappuzha, Ernakulam and Thrissur districts. The uniqueness of the rice has brought it GI tag, and it is the subject of continuing research. The variety of Pokali rice which is being grown in Sundarbans, it is Viatilla 11. So remember, Pokali rice, it is saltwater resistance variety, okay, from Kerala, has the GI tag, and it's one of its seeds or variety is Viatilla 11. So that was all for today's session, guys. This is the list of do's and don'ts which you can follow in order to maximize your chances of selection in the civil services exam. Please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel, and to press the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we upload any new video. So thanks a lot for watching, and please stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.